A lot of people love yogurt parfait, and that's why you should consider starting the business. It requires very little capital and minimal time to produce. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to start a profitable yogurt parfait business. So we're going to be making our granola from scratch using some of these ingredients that you can see on the table. So first things first, we're going to use oats, coconut flakes, cashew nuts, almond, brown sugar, pinch of salt, cinnamon powder, pinch of nutmeg. As you can see there, I'm going to be using two flavors, butterscotch and vanilla flavor. I like to play with flavors. Before I proceed, I would like to share these measuring cups with you because I've gotten series of questions about measuring. So if I say 1 cup, this is 1 cup. So just get these measuring cups and measuring spoons. They are quite affordable and they are going to ensure that you get perfect measurements. There's also a measuring scale. So when you use a measuring cup, measuring spoon, and this kind of measuring scale, you are going to get accurate result at the end of your baking or whatever you are doing. So ensure to invest in measuring cups and measuring scale. So we're going to start the procedure of the granola now. So first things first, I'm going to mix out all of the dry ingredients together. The nutmeg is a pinch, just a little, and then the next I'm going to be adding the cinnamon powder. I'll go in with the salt now, and then after that I'm going to give everything a good mix. So just thoroughly mix everything together. Can you see that? Now it's time to add all of the nuts. With granola, there's no one size fits all. You can do anything you want. You can add different kind of nuts, walnuts, pecans, hazelnuts, and different kind of nuts, just how rich you want it to be. I think this is the most basic one. My almond, I tried to chop it a little bit. I chopped some and I left some whole, and I will give this a good mix. So like I said earlier, there's no one size fits all for granola. You can add any nuts that you like. Just mix it. Now the wet ingredients, I'm going to add sugar, and please note that you can use honey or maple syrup for this instead of the sugar. I have brown sugar and that's why I decided to use brown sugar, and it's less expensive compared to honey and maple syrup. For this recipe, I'm using vegetable oil. So there are other substitutes that you can use, coconut oil or olive oil. You can use those too, but I'm using vegetable oil and it really works well for this recipe. Now for this recipe, I'm using vanilla and butterscotch flavor. The two combination will give me a kind of a different flavor entirely, and it's so sweet. I really love it. Now I'm going to give this a good mix, and then I'll pour it into the dry ingredients and then give it a good mix. So there's one more ingredient, that is the raisins. We're going to be adding it much later on when the granola is out of the oven, but I just wanted to show you to remind you that there's still one more ingredient that we're going to add. Now that the granola is getting set to go into the oven, I'll get a baking tray, line it with parchment paper, and then I'm going to pour the granola on the tray and then I'll bake. Once the granola is in the tray, make sure you spread it evenly so that it doesn't form lumps. And another tip is to open your oven and mix it to avoid forming further lumps. So at intervals while it's baking, open the oven and turn it. Just scatter it and spread it all over again so that it doesn't form lumps. 25 minutes later at 150 degrees Celsius, the granola is ready. So you can see I'm trying to scatter it so that it doesn't form lumps. It's still hot here, So I broke everything down and make sure that there are no lumps there. While it's still warm, I would be adding the raisins. So you can add the raisins at this point and then give it a good mix. And voila! Granola is ready. Allow it to cool out completely and then pour it in an airtight container. And that's all. Whenever you need it, you bring it out and use it. Now let's learn how to make that yogurt parfait. Here I have my granola ready. I have the yogurt. I have these parfait cups. These are the small ones. They are the big ones. And there are some that are really big. So anyone you choose to use is your choice. These are fresh strawberries. You can use any type of fruit you want. Exotic fruits mostly like kiwi, grapes, blueberries, blackberries, and all of those fruits. And then let's start. I would fill the cup with yogurt. If you're looking for a perfect yogurt recipe, I have one on my channel here. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out much later. It's a really good recipe. So I'll fill it almost to the top, and then I'll start garnishing it with the granola and different fruits. I only have strawberry here. You can add any fruits that you like. So I would fill it with the granola, and then I'll add strawberries at intervals. I'll fill it again with the granola. Just alternate it. Be creative with it. Do your signature. Just make it beautiful. The first yogurt parfait is ready. You can see how beautiful it looks. So this is one method of doing the yogurt parfait. This is another method. You put your granola beneath the cup, you add fresh fruits, and then you pour yogurt over it. You put another layer of granola and fruit, and then you put like that. Just layer it. So however you want it to be is left to you. Develop your own signature and start that profitable business. Yeah, right? Now let's talk about branding. So you want your product to stand out and you really need to brand it. So you go to your graphic designer, let them design a beautiful logo for you, and then take it to a print shop, print it using the accurate sizes. So measure your cup and then use it to size the measurement of the sticker that you'd like to use. Then you can either stick it to the side or the on top of the cover. So because this thing is food, you would want to seal it. So I have my heat gun here, and I have just this cake wrapping nylon that I'm going to use to wrap it. So I'll be using the heat gun to shrink this nylon, so it's going to create a barrier between the cup and the cover, and then it's going to serve as a seal such that when your customers have them, they'll be sure that it has not been tampered with. You know, it's food, right? And this is the best, one of the easiest way to seal it, and is even food safe. If you do not have an heat gun, you can use sellotape to wrap it round. That's also is seal. Now for the spoon, I'm going to use the sellotape to hold the spoon on top of the cup. You can also use the side of the cup, whichever way is comfortable for you. Please use it. Now our yogurt parfait is ready. I'm going to be indulging in it. So you can see I'm removing the seal. That looks so good. It's presentable. So I'll open it up and take a bite, or take a sip, or take whatever. Thank you so much for all of your kind comments on all of my videos. I really appreciate them. If you have any recipes or anything you would like me to share, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.